So I wanted to make a quick video. I know it's usually Clash Royale that I've been doing lately, but I wanted to make a quick video on this, which is also Clash Royale, but it's more on the statistics side. And I like tracking my plays or my games rather for both ladder and ranked. And so I was in Master 2 way back when. I think level 13 cards were the max, so it's several years ago, and I haven't been there since because I stopped playing for a while. Just came back I think earlier on this year, or maybe late sort of October, November, December 2025. So the last season just past May was the first one that I got back into ladder and really had a try to push up. So my target was to get the ranked ticket, which is at was it Grand Champion or Champion at least. I wasn't gonna get there. I saw this pretty early on because I just had too many games that I was getting countered and stuff, and so I was wondering why that was happening. So what I did was just capture the games that I played against opponents, and what you can see here on the leftmost column is their best performance so far. So it could have been years ago, or it could have been last season, at some point last season or before last season, I guess. So this basically shows the 60 games that I played. I won 26, lost 34, which is only a 43% win rate, which is bad. I usually get at least 50 and sometimes up to 69 when I'm playing on ladder, basically. Now, I just wanted to take a look at this because it's kind of interesting to me. So when I played against people that had made it to Master 1 at some point, I'm 3-0 in those games, so 100% win rate. Against Master 2, only played 5 games, won 2, lost 3, so it's only a 40% win rate. The cumulative of that, or sort of the average, I guess, is a win rate of 62.5% for people that are essentially at my level, because I ended up the season a couple steps into Master 2 when I only had a day or so left, and I knew I was not going to make it to Master 3, so I didn't really push very hard. I just played a couple of games and they're not even included in here. So this is only up to the game that I made it into Master 2. But as you can see from here, most of the games that I played were actually against champions or grand champions. So it shows there in the sort of the second column from the right, 23% against champions and 27% rounded up to against grand champions. So 6 and 8 was the record there for champions, and 6 and 10 for grand champions. I actually played 9 times against ultimate champions, and my best win rate, I guess, was against royal champions, 5 and 5. But really what I'm getting out of this is that because I was playing in the last week of the season, I think a lot of the people that hadn't pushed up or hadn't tried to push up in the season were trying to push up. So I was playing against players that were good players that maybe just had to push the 500 trophies to get to 13,000 to start working on ranked, basically. But because that's what I do. I basically every month I have to push for 500 trophies, and then I can do ranked again, and then it doesn't leave me much time. So it's usually the last week when I get to it, and I just don't bother because I can't push to the master ticket anyway. That's why I did this, because I thought it's really interesting to see that I'm playing against a lot of better opponents, or opponents that used to be better at least, or had their best season pretty high up in ultimate champion, royal champion, or grand champion. So basically looking at the totals here, only 13% of the games I played against people at my level, basically, which is the rightmost column, added up to 13% for the sum of percentage games. Then up to 18% basically in the first 3 categories, and 40% in the first 4 categories. So 6 out of the 10 matches, essentially, you're playing against someone that used to, or that got at some point grand champion, royal champion, or ultimate champion. And then again, this is caveat being it's the last week of the season. Some people are trying to push up. So if you're getting to ranked and you're expecting to go against opponents that are the same level, in that last week, forget about it. At the beginning of the season, very early on, maybe you can, but even then, others that are ultimate champions will also be pushing up in that first week because they have to start again at League 1, right? So don't be discouraged when you're running into this, because from my statistics, and I know it's only 60 games, it's not really a statistical or a substantive sample, or a significant enough sample to make these numbers stand out, but it's, for me, enough proof that I shouldn't be too worried if I'm getting countered. If I'm winning against people that ranked higher at some point, I'm happy, right? Even though my win rate is only 43%, I'm happy that I beat a whole bunch of ultimate champions or even royal champions. And just reviewing those games helps, because you can see how they play against you and how some of them are just be able to beat you easily. And if you practice against those matches, or at least review those matches to see what you do wrong, I think you can learn a lot, because you're going against stronger opponents. If you crush a guy at the same level or a level lower, you don't learn too much from that, right? So I'd rather get super strong opponents to learn faster and eventually be able to actually compete against them. So again, summary here is basically, don't be discouraged when you get to League 1 and you're just getting countered by people that are just so much better to you, and you just feel like you're really not very good at whatever deck you're playing. It's just part of the statistics here. It's just, you get it going against opponents that are way better than you, or were at some point way better than you. So just take it easy, right? Just try, play it slowly, take breaks, review your games. I find that every time I play a game and review a game, that game after that I actually play again, I'll play so much better than when I just rifle off 4 games in a row or whatever. I just take breaks. It's really important, and you just play better. And also the list that I often use with not over defending or not giving spell value, those are actually really good to build those things into your knowledge, into your sort of habit of playing, because at some point they'll just become innate knowledge or innate just habits that you just do, and you just don't put the musketeer in a spot where it can be fireballed anymore or something like that. So you just keep working on it and slowly get better, watch other pros play, all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to say that this is a bit of a ramble, I know, but it's, don't be worried. You're going to get there slowly. You can't get there fast. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. I do like the stats, like I said, but if you don't like it, then I won't post it anymore. But I thought it was interesting here. So thanks so much, very much. See you guys next time.